Hey, we got to give you something to smile about. I think we can do that with MacArthur Dental Arts. Dr. Ryan Lang joining us once again. Dr. Lang, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Well, we want to talk a little bit about all the things you guys are offering over there, and you have a great facility over there. You have all the state-of-the-art equipment. One of the things you guys are doing is same-day treatments for a lot of things that used to take like a week, or I have to come back next month, or we'll see how it is, like things like root canals and things like that, right?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my new patients are very impressed with the fact that we can do crowns the same day, bridges, veneers, fillings, root canals, extractions. I mean, everything under the sun, we can perform at my office, but then a lot of those treatments we can do in the same day without the goopy impression trays.
Right.
We use an intraoral scanner, and it takes about 30 minutes to make a crown. So, and all your entire appointment is maybe an hour or two versus it used to be 2 weeks, where you had a plastic tooth in there for 2 weeks.
Right.
That would always fall off.
I had that.
Yeah. So we don't do any of that anymore. We kind of speed everything up and try to make the patients more comfortable, because nobody likes taking more than one visit to the dentist, and we try to minimize the amount of visits that you have.
No, the funny thing is, I just had a crown that kind of like leaked or something like that, or no, a root canal kind of leaked or something like that, and they had to go in and take it out. I had to go to a specialist there, then I had to come back and go somewhere else, and then it was a 2-week process or so just to get it kind of fixed up and going. And it's unimaginable that you guys can do it in a day.
Yeah, we're kind of a one-stop shop at my office. I have another doctor who works with me, Dr. Vo, and we both work together so that way we can perform the same day treatments. We're certified in implantology, and so we can do dental implants, and we have extensive training in oral surgery and orthodontics and root canals. So we're well equipped to handle most procedures in our dental office.
And you're making any of the dentures, any of the crowns, you're making them in-house? Is it 3D printing? Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, some of the materials that we use are 3D printed, and then most of the materials are milled. The ones that are harder, like crowns and veneers and things like that, and the bridges, they're milled in our milling machine, but those are all still made in the same day. So we kind of cover all the bases.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is there a time difference in terms of like the certain procedure? Let's say I have an infected root canal kind of thing, or just I'm replacing a tooth, or a lot of teeth. What are some of the timelines you're looking at?
Yeah, I mean, I think the common misconception with dental treatment is everyone goes to, not everyone, but people go to different dentists, and different dentists perform different treatments at different times, and they start talking to their friends, and then they say, well, my friend went to this dentist and got it done, same day. This guy took 2 weeks. And I think dentistry is not just a one-size-fits-all procedure. Everyone's different, and every situation that you have can be looked at in a different light. But I think that just coming and talking to me, you can see. I'll sit down with you and go through different treatment options, because finances are a factor in how you perform certain treatment. Time, comfortability in the chair, how long you can be sitting there in the chair. I mean, there's so many variables.
Right, and a lot of folks who are maybe a little bit older in our community here, they don't want to be sitting in a chair for a couple hours to get something like that done. It's kind of a stretch, right? So
Exactly.
we can manage it and kind of cater it to their needs.
Yeah, exactly. So I would say that, yes, we can do a lot of stuff quickly and same day, but it doesn't always work for everyone, because some people, don't want to be sitting in a chair for hours.
Some people don't want to go at all, but you guys sound like you're making it as easy as possible to go to the dentist.
Yep.
What about implants? When I was a kid, my mom had like a denture tooth that she could take out. I was always fascinated by that. It was like, oh, she comes in and out. But today, most people are going kind of with the implant route as opposed to a denture, right?
Yeah, so a dental implant is basically a man-made tooth replacement. We call it tooth replacement therapy. Because like I said before, there's so many variables involved when a tooth needs to come out and get replaced with something. So the implant just replaces your natural tooth with the man-made tooth, and there's a bunch of different roads that you can travel down to getting that final restoration on top of the implant. So that's another case where I have a lot of patients that come in and say, oh, my friend went to this dentist and she got it done in the same day. Or, another friend will say, yeah, it took a year over here. And it's all based off of, the patient's health and the health of the mouth and the tooth. It can vary between patients.
Now, what's the advantages or disadvantages to wearing a denture in a place or having an implant?
So dentures, it's obviously they're a lot more cumbersome. Most people hate them because they're removable. They're always afraid that they're going to fall out when they're blowing out their birthday candles.
Right.
And an implant is fixed in place, so it's screwed in. It doesn't come out. It's just like your natural tooth.
It's kind of a set it and forget it kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a great advantage. For the folks here in Laguna Woods Village, you guys are doing some special pricing, right?
That's right. Yeah, we've set aside a special pricing fee schedule specifically for Laguna Woods residents. That includes a free consultation if you just want to come up to the office and meet my team and see what the office looks like and kind of get a feel for how we operate. I'm more than happy to sit down and talk with you through any of your questions or concerns you might have about dentistry, and we can align the perfect treatment plan for you. And then also on top of the fee schedule, we do accept all major dental PPOs, which are some of them are under the umbrella of Medicare. So it's worth giving us a call just to see if we take your insurance. If not, we have special pricing specifically for Laguna Woods.
Okay. Now tell me about some of the tech inside your office. You have some amazing tech. You guys are really kind of bought in on the technology side of dentistry these days, and some of the things that a lot of offices aren't even doing, but certainly not all of the things. Nobody has all of the things you guys are doing. It's amazing.
Right. Yeah, I mean, the technology, I'm a techie. I love new technology, and almost to a fault where it's never ending. You can always find something new in dentistry. And the main reason for having it in my office is not only for the patient's comfort level, it makes patients more comfortable, it makes our procedures faster, but it also gives me peace of mind knowing that I'm in control of most procedures. I'm not referring it to a lab or a specialist. I know the patient, so I know what their needs are, so it kind of it makes the whole treatment from start to finish more comfortable for myself as well as the patient.
Now, the old way is kind of like, oh, we're going to have this crown sent off and it'll come back to us, but there's no interaction with the technicians who are doing those. In a sense, they give the directions, and with you, right? But that's different in your office.
Yeah, exactly. I think one of the biggest problems is if you send something to a lab, they give you a date and say that it's going to be back by a certain time, and then it's not, and then the patient's upset because it didn't get there on time, or it's wrong because the lab tech didn't design it properly. So we've kind of eliminated, the middleman, and we're just doing it all in office now.
Yeah, that in-house communication, trust. You know the techs personally, and you guys custom to whatever people need.
Exactly.
Now, if folks want to come meet you, and they're not going all the way up to the dental office just yet, but they want to see what the health expo that's coming up on the 23rd. What are you going to be doing there?
Yeah, so my team and I have gotten together and come up with some goodie bags that we're going to give out at the health expo. I would like to meet people face to face. If you just need that extra step, I'll come to you, and you just come by my booth and we can talk.
And is that really kind of thing that you've noticed with patients once they kind of get to know any doctor, not just yourself, but that's an important part of it? Oh, I know this person. I feel like there's a trust and a connection there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think in any situation, even when you're buying a house or when you're going to a mechanic or a doctor, you want to meet the person that's working on your car, or and you kind of want to get a sense for who they are as a person. And I feel like that's the first step in choosing our office, is coming and meeting us and understanding how we operate to build that level of trust.
All right, so folks, if you're interested in doing that, it's going to be Health Expo coming up on the 23rd right here in Laguna Woods Village. Dr. Ryan Lang from MacArthur Dental Arts, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thanks for having me. See you guys there.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.